here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you may on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Roads Yet Traveled. So y'all, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel and get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. All that for as little as $5, y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Alright, day 5. Maybe we'll actually get out of the cell now. Shit. Did I fall asleep at my desk? I feel sore as hell. Slowly opening my eyes, I'm met with the reality that I did in fact fall asleep at my desk. Ugh. Let's try not to do that again. I'm gonna need to stretch or something. I feel terrible. Looking to the wall, I see... Fuck! I fall back on my ass, taking the chair with me. Ha ha ha! Ha. Ha. That's what you get for watching me sleep. Not gonna happen again. I stare up at him in total shock. His eyes look a bit half-lidded and his outfit a wrinkled mess. Did he wake up early just to do that? Bastard. But I guess it was kind of funny. Funny barring my sore butt. My expression does not express that humor, though. Ugh, jackass. Good morning to you, too, I guess. I get up and stretch my back as well as I can, which is not much. I don't think I sprained anything, but a shock like that so early in the morning can't be good for me. Marruk just seems to be reveling in his little victory. Although, I don't think he accounted for something. I think I have him trapped. Well, there go my morning plans. Shame. I guess we'll just have to have a chat. Instead. Or maybe you should go back to bed. You are looking pretty sleepy. The mirth is drowned from his face as he realizes what I'm implying, even if he can't understand all of it. He curses to himself quietly and turns to face me. Eyes now half-lidded, not in drowsiness, but in an accusatory stare. I liked you better when I couldn't understand you. But fine. I get to choose what we talk about, though. You drive a hard bargain, but deal. What? I could barely understand what you just said. Take it slow. You're lucky I can understand you at all. Shit, right. I shouldn't push it, really. I've only had this luxury for less than a day. I still need time to learn my vocabulary, let alone idioms. Sorry. Right. The topic? Marruk gives me a shifty look before gazing off as if to ponder what to talk about. I guess he didn't have anything in mind. It is pretty early in the morning, I think. Ah. So, like... I know I've asked this already, but what are you? And before you answer all stupid and innocent, I mean, you call yourself a human, yeah? You're like some kind of mammal, I'm assuming? I vaguely remember Doc saying something like that. And can you finally answer what your title is? Are you a scientist? A soldier? An explorer? I'd be a bit flattered that he's so interested in me, if I didn't know that he still wants to interrogate me. He's still a bit, let's say, cautious about letting me out of my cell. Still, no better way to assuage his fears than talking to him like this. I should count my blessings that he's even bothering to talk to me now. Yeah, I'm a mammal. Warm blood, bones on the inside, that stuff. I've forgotten what defines mammals exactly. I think live birth is another. Yes, it is. I'll skip that for now. And as far as the title goes, well, student? I read, write papers, go to classes. You get what I'm saying? Some of it. It's weird. I didn't know the word for mammal in your language until you said it after saying, yeah, I'm a, and it filled it in. The rest was a bit messy. You learn for a living? Well, no. I go to school. I'm being taught. Like this right now, kind of? Oh, a student. That's disappointing. Disappointing? I expected more for someone who managed to find their way into such a secure place. Huh. Well, since you brought it up, I do happen to like the title of Explorer. It's a bit infuriating trying to get a read on you. What do you mean? Well, I can barely understand half of what you're saying, but also just look at you. My brain is telling me I shouldn't be able to talk to you at all. There you go. Water time. Hey, babe. Can you get me a water real quick? Thank you. And your lack of ear and tail movements is fucking annoying. I have to just settle for your facial expressions to understand you. It's just confusing. But you have facial expressions too. Why do you need ear and tail movements? One second, let me open this. Crack this water open. There we go. Back in business. Alright. Easier questions, damn it. Fuck. Why ears important? I don't know if you'd understand. I haven't seen you move your ears once. Can you even? Move your ears, I mean. Not really. Some people can, but it's more, for show? You wouldn't understand, I guess. No, I get it. We have some species back home that do the same thing. I'm just asking why you need to focus on people's ears when you can talk and you have such defined facial expressions. Huh. Look, I'm trying to be polite here, Kit, but please, when you talk gibberish at me, it hurts a bit, alright? I got some of that. We use our ears for, like, little things. Sometimes it just happens. I guess it's the same as facial expressions. Look, ask Doc or something. I can't describe it. Sorry. It's fine. Did you say something else? I don't know if it's worth bringing up again, but he seems curious. Well, or at least polite enough to feign curiosity. Other species back home use ears to talk. Wait, what? So you do have an understanding of why ears are important to communication? Well, yes and no. We understand they use them, but not what they are saying. Oh, so it's more of a primitive species. We have those too. I guess that's probably obvious. I think I'll refrain from telling him that they look exactly like him, but on 4 legs and a lot less advanced. Still not really sure how to approach that topic. I decided to shelve it for now. So, any other questions? Receiving a cold stare from Marruk feels like a pretty clear answer, although to my surprise he decides to continue our conversation. So you could understand us from the beginning, yeah? Like, right when we first saw you? Yeah, pretty much. Is that normal for you? No, definitely not. I can only speak one language. I couldn't even understand any other languages back home. Do you have a lot of languages where you're from? A few. Huh. Sounds about right. Still, it doesn't sit right with me. Seems beneficial, at least now though. Yeah? I guess. Still freaks me out a bit. I mean, I've been freaked out since I got here, so despite my killer joke, Marruk doesn't laugh. I'll just assume he didn't get it. With the awkward silence becoming unbearable, I feel we should try to reignite some kind of conversation. So, plans for today? What of them? Are we doing anything? The same thing I've done every day for the past week. Make sure you don't leave your cell. Try to keep order, etc., etc. Right. Sorry. It's fine. You can understand everything, right? You know how things are right now, yeah? Well, I can understand the words, but not all the meanings, if that makes sense. Oh, great. We have opposite problems. How helpful. Yeah, I guess. So, the door down the hall shoots open, cutting off Marruk's inquiry. Marruk just clears his throat and steps back to see who is coming. I guess we'll pick up on that some other time. Since Marruk doesn't flinch to attention, I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume it's just good old... Good morning, Marruk. Good morning, Rias. Oh, were you already getting to work this morning? Wonderful. Second, y'all. Water time. We're getting internet set up today, but I haven't heard hide or hair from this technician, so hopefully he or she calls soon. Or just shows up. Yep. Seems he brought breakfast too. What is this? What is this? What is this notification I'm getting? Oh, okay. Alright. That's just stuff for the apartment. Making sure everything went through perfectly. Okay. Seems he brought breakfast too. Yeah, thank goodness. Excuse me. After dropping off something for Marruk to eat, he walks straight to the door and lets himself in, situating himself right next to me again. It's not unusual now. He's been doing it for a few days, but it is no less surprising. He's basically brushing up against me at this point. At least I'm a bit warmer. How are you doing today, Rias? Having a nice conversation with Marruk, I hope? I'm okay, Doc, thanks. And, yeah, just talking about, well, me mainly, and such. Well, that's good. I hope you don't get too bored of that. It might become a topic of much intrigue. Yeah, seems like it might. Don't worry. We'll be okay. Here, have some breakfast and we can talk after. No rush at all. You seem happier than usual this morning, Doc. Sleep well? In lieu of an answer, he gives me one of his signature big dopey smiles and puts some breakfast in front of me. Maybe he didn't understand me. Hey, Doc, can you pup sit by yourself for a bit? I need to catch up on some work. Oh, yes, that's fine. Just come back when you're done and help with, well, this. Yeah, I got it. I have a not-so-sneaking suspicion I'm being treated like a child, but I just can't put my finger on it. I hope Doc doesn't think I'm some helpless wretch. He'd never say it like that, but the idea stands. So, what's up? Ah, okay. So, while you're eating, if you don't mind, I thought I'd go over our plans today, Nothing too serious. Just some ideas I had.
Oh, sure, Doc. Lay it on me.
Right. Well, let's see.
Right. I should lay off the phrases and idioms for now. Those seem to cause a lot of issues.
So, first I made a list of things I think would be beneficial to go over. Ideas and concepts, some sentences, things like that. Then I thought we could try to hold a conversation. About anything, really. Just see how far we can get. I believe Director Rune will be free around then. He sent me his schedule, although I could barely understand it. It was a mess. But yes, after he is here, we should have a more decent grasp on how your language works. And tonight, I believe Professor Sino wants to stop by and make an announcement of some kind.
An announcement? I wonder what that could be about. With all the talk of things going on outside, I hope it's nothing too worrying. And why is it always the chief? I know the captain put him in charge of, well, me, but doesn't she call the shots around here? Shouldn't she be the one with an announcement? And...
Hello? Rias, are you alright?
Ah! Yeah, I was zoning out again. Huh? Sorry. What did you say?
I said, does that sound alright for today? Is that too much? If so, we can slow down.
Oh, no, it sounds fine. Thank you, Marrow. I was a bit out of it. I'm fine, really. I don't think he believes me.
Are you sure? You can tell me if you're not. It's my job to take care of you now.
Yes, I know. Thank you. Well, in truth, the announcement you mentioned, is that something I need to be worried about? A large grin spreads across his face. All memory of his previous caution is lost to the wind.
Oh, sorry, I was being ominous about that. I think you'll find it quite interesting.
Water time. Okay.
Alright. But I promised him I wouldn't tell you.
That's even more ominous. You can tell I'm not happy with that answer, though.
I'm sorry, Rias. It's nothing bad, really, I promise. I know it may be hard to believe, but I really am trying to make everything here easier for you.
I guess he deserves the benefit of the doubt. Still, being ominous about the chief scares me. Even from my cell, I can tell the power he holds here. Looking up to Marrow's worried brow, I offer a thank you and a smile. He returns a slightly less genuine smile and clears his throat.
Well then, you finish up your breakfast and I'll get things in order.
After finishing what has become a routine meal for me, I put my dishes aside and wait for Doc to finish up. Marruk walks back over too, seemingly done with whatever work he had. I'm surprised. I figured he would stay over there as long as he could. Maybe he's too dedicated to his job.
So, is this the all-important list you mentioned, Doc? Everything we need to know to hold a meaningful conversation? I wouldn't put that much faith in it, but I do believe it will help us, at least the smallest bit.
Marruk is scrolling through some screens on his monitor. I can't make it out on the account of it being reversed and through like 6 inches of glass. But it seems like a pretty long list. I wonder if Doc expects us to read all of it back and forth.
Oh, here, Rias, I prepared you one too.
He hands me a neatly printed out and stapled together document. I guess they still do use paper here, at least some of them. Looking at the document, though, I get the immediate thought that there might have been a slight mistake. Hey, Doc?
Yes, Rias?
You know I can't read this, right? Marrow looks at his paper before looking at me, gently taking my paper from me. He has a confused look on his muzzle.
So, wait. I'm sorry. You can completely understand what we are saying, every word, but you can't read our language at all.
I guess not, no.
That's fucking creepy. Marruk, be nice.
No, Doc, I think he's right this time. I hadn't realized that these symbols were how you write. It makes sense in hindsight. I can see the gears turning in their brains. I've got to use easier sentences. Yeah, I can't read these. Doc looks a bit dejectedly at his list before turning to Marruk, who just shrugs.
Well then, that certainly is interesting. Really, none of it. Not even this.
He points to a mess of 3 symbols. Thinking back, they don't even look like any of the ones I've seen so far. Nope. Sorry, Doc. Pinching his brow, he lets out a small sigh.
It probably just made his job harder again. There goes some of my theories. Better to just get rid of them than worry about it any longer, though. Well, you're certainly an interesting one, Rias. No worries. I'll just read them out to you. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!